Hey everyone. So I wanted to go through all the passing plays with AJ Brown. He's been making more noise this week after their game with the Packers, which was a rough game to watch. Very low scoring game. Eagles came out victorious. Um and I just want to see if I can notice anything that's going on here. I've seen a few of these plays. This first play he gets targeted, so you'll see AJ Brown here. He's lined up inside the numbers, but on the outside, they have a bunch formation over here. And Green Bay is just playing like a soft zone. So AJ Brown's open, picks up 6 yards, easy. The next play. All right, the next play. So for this one, if you look at this one, he throws it to Devonte Smith. Devonte Smith goes in motion. Packers are still. It looks like they're playing more of a man coverage. Um, and Devonte Smith just does not look open. Like he comes up, he's not open. But the more interesting thing is here's AJ Brown. He potentially could get open. He did like a little sit route, so he went up. It was a curl route basically. Um, and I mean, he had that defender turned if it was timed well. But the more, Jalen Hurts isn't even looking at him. Like, if you look at Jalen, he kind of peeks this way. He looks real quick, I think, just to see the defense playing a little far back. But I mean, it was such a quick glance. He doesn't really look AJ Brown's way. So I don't know if that's just intentional. Um, Jalen Hurts, I, I don't want to say he's a bad passer because he's not, especially in big moments. He makes ridiculous plays. He's playing really conservative football right now. So this is an interesting one. We'll watch AJ Brown here. They start in press, and then you see this cornerback here kind of peel off, or bet not peel off, but back off. And then AJ Brown here, I think, would have been open. Well, maybe not because this defender, I think, is just watching Jalen Hurts. But the pressure hits so fast here, which has been another issue. AJ Brown, they put him deep down the field. You don't see him doing a lot of those plays like in the first play, where it's just like a quick little route, sits, catches the ball, and gets a couple more yards. Um, a lot of the times they want to send him down the field, but the O line for the Eagles has just not been what they're used to. They're used to having like the best O line in the league. They probably still do, like probably top three. Um, but you're just seeing Lane Johnson's getting injured, which is not good. I think their left tackle, I cannot remember his name. Mylata got injured a while back, which is weird. Like you just have these dudes who are just kind of killers out there, and they're just getting a little nicked up this year. And Lane Johnson is just older. But if you look, that pressure comes and takes him off his spot. So I think that's just good defense in the trenches to move Jalen. So AJ Brown didn't get a target. No one got a target. Actually, I think he might have thrown that last minute. AJ Brown's right here, and they do a great job covering him. I think that was a great rotation by the defense um, to take him away. Because if you look, Jalen's looking at him. He just doesn't have him. So that was a good read by Jalen Hurts. Next one. Pass short left to Joe. Okay, so this is a little 7 yard. Gets a quick pass to AJ Brown. Boom. Well done. AJ's waiting for it. Stays patient. Boom. Easy. All right, so back to this play. If you notice, pressure gets there again. I mean, Micah Parsons was in there so quick. Look at that. Boom. Right in there. I think he was probably going to look for Goddard, Goddard's just right there wide open, but just nothing because Micah Parsons blew that play up. So, the same theme you're not used to seeing. Was my Lotta even in on this snap? Sorry to keep moving the screen, y'all. Yeah, my Lotta's the left tackle and just gets torched by Micah. I mean, that was a great job. So, not much there he can do. He did a good job of scrambling and making something happen, though. So, good job. AJ got a target. AJ got a reception. Here's AJ Brown in the slot. And what happened? So, AJ Brown's going to be here in the slot. He goes up. His route's not even close. I mean, this might have just been a designed screen. It is. It's kind of like a screen pass, but just nothing. They read it really well, so nothing really happened. They're playing zone, which is a good defensive scheme against this, and just attack the football. So that was more of a design. Any other reason that AJ's not getting his targets? So AJ Brown's on the outside. I think he would have been open. Let's see. So he's right here. You'll see him come up, come in. Oh, that was such a great God. Devonta Smith does such a good job getting that defender. I mean, he's open. So let's see Jalen. Throws it to who's number 2? Jahan Dotson. But he's not open. This is the second time Jalen has gone to this kind of out route. He did it earlier with Devonta Smith. Um on this play. It's one where Devonta Smith goes in motion. And he runs up, and Jalen just really wants his out route and nothing. Like the defenders, I think, are really good at reading that. And we see the same thing here with Dotson. You see Jalen. I mean, he likes throwing to the left side of the field. I don't know his target breakdown. That actually be probably really good to look at next, but that's just not. That's the second time he's just, that's not a good read. They're not both times they have not been open. And it looks like he had some time. So let's see. Yeah, he's got time in the pocket. Um, just a bad read. So next play. All right, here's AJ Brown lined up on the outside again. And Devonta Smith goes in motion. This is a design screen pass. Okay, this makes sense. We're not going to talk about that play. I'm just really trying to see why AJ is complaining. I mean, he might be complaining because they're doing screen passes and not letting him get the ball down the field. That was a weird throw. What happened? So here's AJ Brown. Sorry, down at the bottom of the screen. He's open. I mean, God, AJ Brown is open. He's so open. This is, I mean, if Jalen just lets the ball go anywhere in this vicinity, AJ Brown's going to get a reception. Just no one's here. He's not even looking at him. He's staring down at Devonta Smith and just nothing. Just throws a shallow ball. I don't know if it got tipped. No, he was just a little off balance. He was getting a lineman pushed into him. So just a bad throw. But I mean, AJ Brown is just wide open. That's crazy. So yeah. Next. All right. AJ Brown's lined up here on the outside. He even wears that like pink or red armband. I think just to let him know where he is on the field. Say, hey, I'm right here. He goes up. He's not even all right. So he knows pretty. I think this is a design tight end screen, or is that the? Yeah, it's a tight end screen. It's like a design tight end pass. It's not really a screen. But AJ Brown knows pretty early he's not getting this ball. So this is a design play. We don't have to break that down too much further. He just kind of jogs. Um, so that's probably not what you want to see as a coach. You want to see your receivers playing hard every snap. Here he is. All right, AJ Brown was. I mean, let's see. So this goes to Goddard. So let's watch Dallas Goddard. Let's see how he does on this play. He's right here. Yeah, he's open. That was a great read by Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown's not really open on this play. You know, they send him on the outside again. He runs like somewhat of a dagger route, um, but just can't get open because you know you have this cornerback on him, and then you have the safety here uh, around the spot. So yeah, not a bad read. That was a good read by Jalen Hurts. Just AJ Brown's not open. AJ Brown up on the outside again. All right, overthrew. So this was a 1st and 10. I mean, this is a touchdown if Jalen Hurts just gets that throw. Maybe not a touchdown, but I mean, if he gets that on the money, that's a huge play. Yeah, AJ Brown just wasn't. I mean, he was open, but he was just so close to the line of scrimmage. It was worth taking that shot. So, but you can tell AJ wants to shot downfield, and they're kind of running him on these outside routes a lot. Um, here this is a designed kind of not really a screen, but it's yeah, it's like a design tight end. Yeah, it's kind of like a screen. Not really. It's more like just like a quick little out route for the tight end, pick up a couple yards. But where's the designed AJ Brown? There was one designed AJ Brown play, and they ran it in the worst time possible. So we're gonna talk about that play, but let's see this one. AJ Brown down here on the outside again, and just blanketed. So he's not gonna get that pass. But it's just interesting. So like it looks like they're using AJ Brown. Really, it's just a decoy to push back that defense. Um, and the pass rush. Like let's say AJ Brown did get open, or Jalen wanted to throw a 50-50 ball his direction. He needs to have his feet set, and he just can't get his feet set with that O line. The O line got beat pretty badly by the Packers. Um, for a lot of these passing downs. Or this is 1st and 10, so passing down isn't really accurate. But if this is a throw that if he wants to make it, he has to have his feet set, and he just can't get them set well. So next play. Sorry, there's so many plays, y'all. I think we have like 7 left or something. But I want to go through all of them because I want to see what AJ is complaining about. Um, Not open. AJ Brown's also running. I mean, is this just designed? Does he know? Well, okay. So let's see when AJ disengages. AJ looks like right here, he kind of just doesn't care anymore. He sees the defense. Everyone's way up here. Goddard is, or Shipley, I think. Um, Shipley is right here. No, that's not Shipley. That is Goddard. Shipley's back here. And Shipley gets a quick little dump a, a dump off and picks up some yards. So what happens once again, the D line just destroys him. So and AJ Brown knew that pretty like right there. He's just kind of like, man, whatever. I'm not getting this ball. He just kind of knows. You see him just kind of like whatever, jogging. So I think the vibes are not vibing for him. But they weren't vibing like people stress about it. They weren't vibing last year. Here he is on this play, by the way. Let's see him. He's gonna go up. Not open. Also, I think that was a quick pass to Saquon. So let's see, Jalen. Yep, just a little dump off to Saquon, and Saquon picks up. I think this is where he picked up like 41 yards or something. This is just silly. I mean, my God. And AJ's, I mean, like AJ's going down the field and blocking. It's a great play. Um, AJ's just like, what about me though? Uh, I also don't worry about the Eagles, man. They won last year. They won the Super Bowl. Vibes weren't great last year. Doesn't Vibes I think do not matter too much with this team. Um, that catch was crazy. AJ has some space here. Jalen could have gone to AJ. This is one of the few times in the game AJ was open. So a lot of what I'm seeing is AJ's either not open, Jalen doesn't have time. It's like one of those two things. Um, this is one where AJ is kind of open. This defender here looks like he's picking AJ. I mean, he does a great job of just reading Jalen Hurts, but unfortunately, I mean, Devonta Smith just that was a crazy catch if you saw that in real time. Um, so yeah, he was open. He was kind of open. He had that. I think if Jalen had thrown it to AJ, that defender would have crashed down pretty hard. So Jalen made the right call there. Obviously, it was a touchdown pass. So let's see this one. You have AJ lined up on the outside. He's just not open. I mean, you know, if Jalen wants to throw these balls to AJ Brown, they're all 50-50 balls. Versus Devonta Smith comes up, does a great route. I think that was Devonta Smith. Yeah. So that's just a great read. AJ's not open. Some of the few times AJ has gotten somewhat open, Jalen goes somewhere else, or Jalen just doesn't have time to throw the ball. But a lot of these passes are just deep down the field for AJ Brown. And I don't know why they're not doing quicker routes for him. Maybe he just wants these deep balls, but it just doesn't, it's not working, especially in this game. Like, kind of early on, you knew the deep pass was going to be difficult to get. Um, yeah, I mean, Jalen has to make a throw under pressure here. And AJ also just wasn't open on that play. Next play, let's see. AJ Brown is right here in the slot. So they put him in the slot and he runs up. I mean, he's just not open. Look at AJ. Just covered the entire time. Let's look at Devonta. Devonta's got some space. Jalen goes for that out route and misses it again. It's not really an out route this time. It's more of a curl, but still misses it. Um, Next play. This is the last. This is the this is the one that was so weird. It is. Let me see if I can scroll down. It's the fourth quarter. 30 seconds left. Eagles could lose this game. Like, it's not completely over that they're gonna win. Um, Sorry about my knuckles. I mean they're on Philly's 35, which is good, or on a Green Bay's 35-yard line, which is good. And instead of like going for a field goal or taking a penalty and then punting, they they're just. I think this is just them trying to appease AJ Brown. AJ Brown's down here on the outside. You see him, and Jalen just lets it go. And AJ just can't come down with it. I mean, he's not open. Like, Jalen, they made a very irresponsible decision to make AJ Brown happy. Nothing is going to make AJ Brown happy right now in this game. Um, but it was just such a poor decision. So yeah, a lot of what I think, um, is you see the O line is not performing as well as they were last year. Certainly not as well as they were performing like 2 years ago when they had Jason Kelsey. They have injuries, they're banged up, and that is putting pressure on Hurts. He's trying to get the ball out quick. I also think Jalen is just trying to play a really safe brand of football, which, it's boring, but it wins. So like who cares? Like I'm a big fan of boring football if you're winning. He seems to be doing that. This is probably the most dangerous play he did, and he does it for vibes. And they win, thank God, because Jordan Love is terrible. Um, but I think it's just like a big combination. It's like a big soup of things, right? O line's not great. Jalen's playing more safe. AJ Brown, they just send him upfield all the time. Like when they put him in the slot or kind of run him as a slot receiver, he seems to do well. They just never do it. Devonta Smith also is like just really good. He's so versatile. He's so versatile. They put him in the slot, put him on the outside. I mean, he is a Swiss Army knife of a receiver for him. Versus AJ. AJ is kind of this big body DK Metcalf kind of receiver where they just want to like throw deep balls to him down the field, and he's just not getting open, at least not on this Green Bay secondary. So, anyways, I just wanted to take a look at that. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you watching. If you're an Eagles fan, y'all looking good. I mean, it's not looking good, but whatever, man. You're winning. That's all that matters. So, anyways, that's it. Peace.